Hi, everyone, and welcome to Cope with Hope. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting. Your support means a lot to me and it encourages me to carry on. So, thank you very much. Today, I'm going to be interviewing Denzil OConnell, who has been one of the people who has also supported me. Excited to have you, Denzil. Really, thank you so much.
Yes, super.
Okay, so now tell me a little bit about your journey. Tell the audience a little bit about your journey, what you do, and your different avatars, and also what you've been doing during these 90 days. But one thing at a time. First, tell me a little bit about your journey and your different avatars.
Okay, lovely. So the journey all began with television. I did television for a very long time, first with CNBC and then later with TV Today. And the idea was I have this thing since I was a kid, and that is to basically make a success of whatever I do.
Okay.
And I think that's something that my mom taught me. She was very strong on the fact that if you don't like to do it, don't do it. And that also included studies. So, a lot of times I'd go up to her and tell her, "Look, mom, I don't want to do this history lesson. So deal with it." Okay. And that point in time,
I love it.
she would kind of turn around to me and tell me, "Oh, no, this is not part of that deal."
Okay, lovely. Then,
But anyways, going forward, so then I said that I wanted to do this, and I did television, and I was an anchor for a lot many years, and then later on I also did production, and so I've run my own television channel, which I've just quit to do wellness,
okay.
because I believe this is my final calling. I don't know why I call it final, but yes, it is final. I mean, I don't want to do anything after this. I want to retire to the Bahamas if possible, if
Wow.
that allows me, but otherwise I don't think I want to do anything else. But
Tathastu.
wellness, so then I did. I swear, totally. I rarely. I mean, I'm saying, aapke muh mein ghee, shakkar, chocolates, whatever will make it happen. Will make it happen. But once I'd finished with television, in the meantime, from about 2000 onwards, I became very aware of what was happening in my life. Yeah.
Yes.
So I said that I needed to make some lifestyle changes, because I was never been religious, never ever. Even though my father taught me to be a church mouse, I never ended up being a church mouse. I would sit outside the church instead of inside. But then finally, of course, I said no. Awareness, I think, someday is something that was a soul calling for me. So then after that, I've done my grandmasters in Reiki. I've done a whole this thing in Pranic healing. I spent a good 3 months up in Rishikesh with one of the big Maharajas out there to learn pranic healing. I wanted to do that. And then finally, about a year before last, I went and did yoga for myself.
Lovely.
And now all of this is a lifestyle.
Yes.
And I think that is very, very important. Hey, there are lots of people with us. Hi, Akbar. Hi, Michael. Hi, Kevin. Oh, this is good.
Yes.
So this is really, really
Hi,
good. Thank you,
Samar
guys.
sir.
Thank you, everybody, for being with me.
Yes, and thank you, Samar sir. I'm going to call you this evening. I'm honored that you're here.
This is lovely.
Okay, huh?
So that's basically what happened, and finally we ended up in wellness, and now I think that's my healing is my ministry now, and I want to do this regularly.
Lovely.
It's something. It's a good time right now that you have the time to kind of build up to what you want to do also.
Yes.
So this is something that I'm doing almost on a daily basis. You must have seen I put in a lot of videos and stuff like that, but I haven't really taken it out to the market, which is something that I want to do. And when I say market, I mean I want to heal people, because I think I have that as an intrinsic part of me. I work with cancer patients, I work with people who have asthma, I work with kids. So all of that, and this is basically Reiki healing and pranic healing, which I now feel is very much a part of me. It's a part of my being. So that's basically what I'm doing.
That's lovely.
So that's the second part of the question answered,
And
right?
the last
Now I
part
need to
is,
answer the third part
the
of the
third part is,
question.
what have you been doing during the pandemic? Firstly, I hope you've been safe. I hope you've been at home. I hope you've been taking care of yourself. So do let us know, what is it that you've been doing for these past 90 odd days?
I know now it's almost 100
Yes.
days. I mean, I never ever in my life, I thought maybe we'd be part of a war at some point in time because, you always believe that the cycle of life and the cycle of the world
Yes.
has to come around to you at some point in
Yes.
time. So I reckon that this would come around to me at some point in time, but whether it would come around in this kind of format, I really did not think so. But I'm very happy that there's been this opportunity because you get to bond with everybody at home, one, which was
Yes.
a really, really big thing. I think I spend, on a normal day, I spend about 18 or 17 hours outside home. So this was a huge change for me.
Yes.
And to get used to spending time at home, beyond a point, you say, what am I going to do with my time? But, because there was no house help, we sent everybody home. So we had to do everything on our own,
Yes.
which was a good thing because then you learned to do the dishes and you learned to mop the floors. And I think I've got my MA in mopping up floors, cleaning dishes, and doing the dusting.
Okay, so Denzil, what does the word hope mean?
But other than that, it's also been interesting. Sorry. I just wanted to finish what I was
Please
going to.
finish.
Otherwise, I'll forget the thought, and that's a huge problem.
Please finish.
So the other thing that I think was really interesting was the fact that over this time I've talked to a lot of people, and I love your project name because it's Cope with Hope, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're coping with hope
Yes.
right now.
Yes.
And one is the fact that you need to settle down and accept what is your circumstance, where you are and however you are, and then take that forward and say, okay, I'm living in hope for something that I will get better with
Yes.
time.
Yes.
Stuff like
Yes.
so that's how I think it will work. But I don't know. I mean, I really don't know.
I don't think any of us know, but in the present moment, we can be peaceful, happy, grateful, loving, sharing, and caring. What do you say? In this moment,
I completely
because
I completely agree with everything that you said just now.
because the living is in now, the living
They-
is in this breath. The living is, for me, hope
Totally.
is a very present moment word, Denzel,
Yes.
I feel that in this moment there is hope. The fact that I'm taking this breath, the fact that I'm speaking to you, the fact that I have a smile on my face and you have a smile on your face, the fact that I feel a warm heart and I know you have a warm heart too. And that is the hope in this moment. And I feel during the pandemic, the biggest lesson I've learned, I mean, you've not asked me, but I'm just saying, is that to really magnify this present moment because we don't know what is going to be offered to us by the evening. We seriously don't
Right.
know.
That's very, very important. Suddenly, I see this really dirty, rotten storm coming our way. And, you have this foreboding. I mean, is this the end of the party?
Yeah, so
But then, as they say very biblically, this too shall pass. So I'm assuming
yeah,
this too
this
shall
too shall
pass.
pass.
And that's the hope that I would always live in. The fact that this will pass and there will be better days. I mean, that's how I always look at it because I also think that this is a resetting of the world's clock
I
or the
agree.
universe's clock.
Yes,
I think he's reset it for us now,
yes,
and he said now you have to deal with this.
yes, yes,
So which is a good. I think there are lots of lessons to be learned.
yes.
I think the opulence of the days gone by is now a thing of the past. We will now be living in circumstance which is very it's minimalist, and I like it.
Yes.
I like minimalist because that's something that we should get used
I
to now.
agree. Simple is God's way, definitely. My son told me, he's an art of living teacher. He said, Mama, yes, we've been locked down, but this is God's way of locking us in because we were not listening otherwise. God has locked us in to become better human beings. God has locked us in so that we can look within and we can see what we need to change and we can see how we can become gentler and kinder and more loving. And I think people like you and me are even like magnifying that more and more, which is lovely. So, guys,
Very,
you
very
can,
true. Very,
you,
very true. I think we're going back from the commercial film to the art
I
film.
agree with you. Back to indie projects, independent projects. Guys, you can put questions down. The last 10 minutes, we'll answer questions. What do you say then?
That'll be lovely.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, Denzel,
I would love that.
yeah.
Certainly,
So,
certainly.
tell me, what does hope mean to you?
Hope. Hope is, for me, is always based on what I believe and how I can take it forward.
Yes.
because hope will always germinate within my beliefs.
Yes.
So if my beliefs of, say, for instance, the future are strong, I will live in hope. However, if my belief of the future is not strong, I will not live in hope.
Yes.
If my belief of self is strong, then I will always have hope.
Beautifully said. Beautifully
You
said.
know, so hope takes birth in me. Hope takes birth in my belief. Hope takes birth in where I'm going with this moment. What do I put into this moment? Am I willing to give it everything? No matter what that everything is, it might be, just cleaning the sink,
Yes.
but that's everything for me right now, and that's where I am. And to me, that's hope.
That's
The
beautiful.
strength of yourself and bringing that out into today and tomorrow is hope for me.
Wow, that's beautiful. And Denzil, I know that you have been doing some meditations and that you strongly believe in quietening oneself. So would you like to do like a really short 3-4 minute process with us just now?
Yes, certainly. And I would love to do that. And meditation is something that I believe is there are 2 or 3 things that I believe right now we all need to
Yes.
do. All as in all. As in, I would, if I was the prime minister today, I'd just sit down and say, okay, these are the 5 things that we need to do, and these are the 20 things that are optional. And amongst that, one thing is that we need to learn to breathe properly.
I
I think
agree.
it's one of my huge projects. And I came through 40 odd years of my life not knowing how to breathe, and that was really phenomenal. And that was a life change and a game changer for me. I don't know, Nandi, I don't think you know this, but I was hugely asthmatic. Like when I said hugely, in school I would spend about 50 or 60 days um, on oxygen,
Oh
or,
God.
or at home, or not going to school. And today I'm in a situation where I don't need any medicine. I'm medicine free.
Wow.
And yoga did that for me. And this is pranayam. So pranayam, I think, is the basis of everything. If we can breathe properly, we'll shift our immunity. If we shift our immunity, we will shift everything else with
That's
ourselves.
beautiful. So would you like to do
So
that?
I'd say this is a certainly I would love to do that. And it's really really simple. I'll do a quick anulom vilom so that everybody kind of knows it. And this is just breathing in through your nostrils alternately.
Yes.
How what it does is changes the way your brain is wired. And when it changes the way your brain is wired, that is the big thing. So let's do it quickly.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll start. First, you need to close your eyes, sit down comfortably, back straight. Those are the 3 important things. You can sit on a chair. You can do this any time of the day, night. You can do it when you've not got sleep. It will give you sleep. All of those things will happen. And it's just a simple pranayam. So you basically breathe out. And then when you breathe in, you say count to 4. And then you breathe out through the alternate nostril to the 4. And then you breathe in from that nostril. So let's go. It's quite easy. So first you breathe in nice and deep, as deep as you can, and then breathe out, and then breathe in again, just centering yourself in this moment, in everything that you're in, forgetting everything that's the past, just dropping it right now. Drop. And I say drop, I mean drop. And let's just focus on our breathing. And breathe in and breathe out. And then when you breathe in, just gently hold your right nostril and breathe in from your left. Now hold the left nostril and breathe out from your right. Then breathe in from your right. Hold your right and breathe out from your left. Then breathe in from your left. Hold your left nostril and breathe out from your right, which basically means that you're blocking your nostril. Then breathe in from your right. Hold and breathe out from your left. Then breathe in from your left. Hold and breathe out from your right. Breathe in right. Hold and breathe out left. The last round, we'll breathe in from our left, hold, and breathe out right. And then breathe in right, hold, and breathe out left. And now just put your hands by your side and quickly just feel the moment, just comfortably, wherever you are. Just gently breathing in and breathing out. You'll notice that your breath has slowed down a little bit. And as you breathe in and breathe out, calm comes over. Slowly it creeps in. It's beautiful. It makes your heart smile. Breathe in and breathe out. And with every breath that you take in fresh life. You're given the gift of life. And when you breathe out, you let go of that life till the magic happens again. Slowly breathing in and breathing out. And just watching your breath and being happy in this moment. And centered and calm, content. Happy that you're here. And slowly we can come back to this time and space, to where we are. Happy that we can go to this space of inner calm whenever we so desire.
Thank you so
Yes.
much. That was lovely. Thank you. So,
Yay.
yeah, it was really, really lovely. So, the art of living, in one of our advanced courses, there was one of the advanced course teachers. He would say, don't do anything. Do Anulom Vilom if you can, even up to 40 minutes a day, and you see your life will change. He was a great believer in Nadi Shodhana, Anulom Vilom. Both are the same thing. It's my
I'm
most,
totally a huge
it's
believer.
my most
Totally huge.
favorite pranayam. Every day I do it, at
Yes.
least for 15 minutes, if not more. So, Denzil, tell me,
Right.
and for those who are listening, because we live in polluted cities, how do you think you've cured your asthma, and what particular pranayam and what particular lifestyle have you followed for this?
Okay, I think three things contributed to this change.
Yes.
The first two are yoga, and the second one is food.
Okay.
I think that's equally important. So the first two I'll take in that form. I think the Anulom Vilom and the Kapalbhati, both of them contribute to strengthening your lungs, increasing the capacity of your lungs, and also breathing in fresh oxygen.
Yes.
It's extremely important. My oxygen levels at some point in time used to be in the decimals, like these 70s types,
Oh my
and now
God.
in the top 90s.
Wow.
So you've gone from there to there. I mean, that's a huge change as far as just oxygen levels are
May I
concerned.
ask you
And that's
something?
the only two.
May I ask you
Yes,
something
yeah,
about
sure.
Nadi show, about Anulom Vilom? Do you do Surya Nadi Pranayam also, or just both? Just the normal Anulom Vilom?
No, I do the Anulom Vilom with the holds.
Okay.
So okay, and now I've gone to a level where I can do it for 6, 24, 12,
Okay,
or
fine.
7,
Okay.
7, 28.
Okay,
I'm
lovely.
at that level. So I
Lovely.
hold for very long.
Okay.
The science of this is, the longer you hold for, the stronger your lungs become.
Okay. Everybody, please listen to this. This is
So I'd say
important.
everybody should start with everybody should start with a normal Anulom Vilom, where you actually breathe in from one
and
nostril,
out.
breathe out through the other.
Yes.
And then
Build
slowly,
it up.
you start to block your nostrils up each time you breathe in and breathe out. And if you do that, you're kind of, each time you do that, you're better. So you'll automatically be able to breathe better. You'll automatically be able to, the lung capacity over time increases,
That's
and you can
lovely.
feel it. And I live in, I think, the most polluted city in the world. And that apart, I've still been able to do this really, really well, and I've beaten it. The second thing that I was telling you about was my diet.
Yes.
So now I do intermittent fasting, which means that I eat at 11 o'clock in the morning and I eat at about 6:37 in the evening.
And that has
And
helped.
this is about a year now. For a year and a half, I've started to do it. I eat everything. I eat everything, but I do not eat in between. And I think I feel much lighter when I go to sleep. You see, most of the constriction in the chest happens at
I
night
agree
or
with
early
you.
morning.
I agree with you, Denzil.
Right?
Yeah, I finish my food by 6:30. My evening meal is an early
Brilliant.
meal. I don't eat after that if I can help it. I
Yeah,
mean,
if you can do that, you have, even if it's a little later, say if you can do it by 7:30, that's good,
yeah.
because then you have a good 3-4 hours
Before
before
sleeping.
you finally you're finally going to sleep, and that's a good time. The other thing that I do as a practice now is sow thoughts before I go to sleep and when I get up.
Okay.
And I think they're extremely important. And when I say sow thoughts, I mean I will sleep happy.
Yes.
I will sleep with hope.
Yes.
So anything that I want to do the next day, or if I've thought that should be a thought that I need to replace during the day, I will do that in the night.
Yes, lovely.
And I will pick up the same thought and replant it again in the morning.
That's a very important habit. It's my grandmother
Yes,
used to
it's a
say,
very important.
train yourself, train your thoughts, so that the last thought you have before you die is, she used to say, about God. And it's true, you have to train yourself. You have to train that monkey mind. Because the mind will do what it likes always.
Yes.
You know?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And it's always doing what it likes.
It's
That's the
always
problem with
doing
it. It doesn't listen to you anytime.
So very, very beautifully put. And Denzil, before we end today, is there any last minute thing that you'd like to tell our audience? You've told us so many wonderful things.
I think the biggest thing right now is that we settle down to where we are.
Yes.
I don't think there's anything. We cannot, you cannot predict what will happen tomorrow. So therefore, you just settle down, be with the moment, and as it grows, go with it, go with the flow. I don't think we can do anything else right now. So to tell anybody, okay, you should do these 20 things, nah, just do the good thing of staying quiet. And also, I think the acceptance is not only of the moment, the acceptance of the people around us, the acceptance of where we are, the acceptance of whether we have work or not, the acceptance of this is the kind of money, so let's plan around it. All of those things are things that we're needing to accept.
Absolutely.
Acceptance, I think, is the big one word.
Yes, I totally agree with you. Thank you so much, Denzil, for a lovely, lovely session. It was really lovely speaking to you. And I hope your journey continues in the most wonderful manner. I mean, I've been kind of reading the question. There's no specific question that anybody's asked. But if anybody has other questions, just keep asking them, and both Denzil and me will keep checking this whole
We'll
thing.
put it together. Right. But it was a sheer delight to be speaking with you, a sheer delight, one. And I'm sure that we're cosmically connected. And I'm sure that when all of this is over, I used to come to Bombay so often, and I've never met you. And this is so sad that now it's lockdown and this is happening.
Now you better
That's
come.
okay.
You better
so
come.
when this opens out, I'm going to meet up with you, Nandini. Pakka 100%.
Pakka 1000% we have to meet. And really, you're part of my heart. I feel that, Denzil. Seriously.
Lovely. Thank you so
okay.
much. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless everybody here. And remember another thing. Oh, yes, one last thing before I go. Sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
One last thing before I go, and that's extremely important. Please, guys, everybody send out love. Please do this. It's very important. Now, you don't understand. You don't know who needs that love out in this universe. And when you send out love, you are doing the biggest favor to this world today. So please send out love to people who need healing, to people who need solace, to people who need company, to people who need just somebody there. They'll feel your love. So please send it out. On that note, good night and good luck.
From my heart to your heart, from our hearts to all hearts. Lots and lots of love.
Everybody, like in the world.
Good night and good luck.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Bye.
Bye.